Hello everyone, welcome back to FightAge channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Famous boxing analyst and trainer Teddy Atlas made a forecast for a potential heavyweight bout between Anthony Joshua and American Deontay Wilder planned for the winter in Saudi Arabia. This is one of two things the experts believes. Wilder will go strength at him. Wilder can't fight, but he can punch, and he has a heart. And Joshua has it too. Both Wilder and Joshua got up from the floor after knockdowns, but Deontay took a lot of damage in the last two fights with Tyson Fury. So I don't know how much of him is left. I think Wilder has a stronger chin than Joshua, and if he gets there first, everything will be over, Atlas said. Or he may run into something himself because Joshua knows how to counterattack. In general, not being aggressive and working on counterattacks is about Joshua. He can catch Wilder with a blow towards him or force him to miss and the counterattack. Or Wilder will use his jab as long as a lamppost to prepare a springboard for a forehand and catch Joshua. Apparently, the British ex-heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is no longer going to give up his new cautious manner of boxing, which he began to profess under the guidance of American coach Derek James, and he certainly won't do it in the upcoming fight against American Deontay Wilder, which is planned for the coming winter in Saudi Arabia. This is a game of chess, Joshua said. I'm going to strip Wilder of his best attributes. I'm not going to stand there with my chin up and say, "Hit me." I'm cancelling it. This fight will definitely be very difficult for him. On August 12 in London, Anthony had a second fight under the leadership of Derek James, knocking out the H-Fin Robert Helenius in the 7th round. For most of the fight, the audience showed an attitude to what was happening with dissatisfied him. Joshua, however, is not sure that it was him who was buzzed. I think they just don't understand that this is a competitive boxing. Today I watched several fights on the card, and they didn't look as spectacular as I expected them to. Did they even buzz me or Helenius with displeasure? That's the question. Who were they buzzing to? And in general, have any of them ever entered the ring? Deontay Wilder's trainer Malik Scott spoke about the boxer's reaction to Anthony Joshua's early victory over Robert Helenius on August 12 in London, and said that they also plan to hold an interim bout in October and then meet Joshua in January next year. In a fight in Saudi Arabia, Joshua planned to hold the duel against Dillian Whyte on August 12, but after the positive doping test of the latter, his team had to arrogantly look for a replacement, and they was found in the person of 39-year-old Robert Helenius, whom Joshua knocked out with one punch in the 7th round. Wilder also knocked out Helenius last October, but he did it in the 1st round. Wilder said, "We need it," Scott said of Wilder's reaction in an interview. "We both said the same thing because at first it seemed like the fight would go the world distance. So after the knockout I called him and he said, 'Ew, I'm glad he did it. We needed it to happen that way.' So we are both happy, and in my opinion the fight with Joshua has become even bigger than before, thanks to his knockout victory," Scott added. The 37-year-old Wilder has not entered the ring since last year's fight with Helenius, and according to the coach, they also want to enter the ring before the fight against Anthony Joshua next January. "He will be ready to fight in January," Scott said of Wilder. "The last time we talked about fights, rivals, and so on, we planned to hold the fight in Saudi Arabia. I hope we can find an opponent, and then we will continue training and knock out Joshua in January." It is possible to act successfully against the main puncher of modern heavyweight, ex-world champion from the United States Deontay Wilder, which Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz proved by their own example. However, the current version of Briton Anthony Joshua does not meet the characteristics necessary to defeat Wilder. This opinion was expressed by the British ex-heavyweight and heavyweight champion David Haye. The people who achieved the greatest success against Wilder were Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, Haye said. What did they do? They both forced the fight on him, so in order to beat Wilder you have to close the distance and be busy all the time. And Anthony Joshua, of the sample of the last fight against Jermaine Franklin in April, cannot be called busy in the ring. Recall that Wilder fought Ortiz twice and won by knockout in both cases. With Fury, Deontay had as many as 3 fights, the first of which ended in a draw, and the rematch and the trilogy remained for Tyson ahead of schedule. The greatest interest in Deontay Wilder's duel with Anthony Joshua was observed in the period from 2016 to 2019. In 2019, everything changed. Joshua suffered a sensational defeat to Andy Ruiz. In turn, Wilder got stuck in the trilogy with the Gypsy King, which he eventually lost. When will the Joshua-Wilder fight take place? According to representatives of both boxers, the fight is scheduled for January 28 and will be held in Saudi Arabia. There is a possibility that the fight will be postponed to February 4. The only advantage of the negotiations was that Wilder and Joshua gave their consent to the fight. The teams agreed that each of the boxers will hold one warm-up match. Anthony has already fulfilled his obligations. Now it's up to Deontay. Wilder supposed to meet Andy Ruiz at the beginning of December. Later their fight was postponed to September, then to October, and eventually cancelled altogether. The Mexican was constantly changing the terms of the deal. Now Deontay is in a search of a new opponent. What can prevent the Joshua-Wilder duel? According to promoter Eddie Hearn, there is a possibility of cancellation of the fight. But the fans should not worry. This can happen if investors suddenly change their mind and withdraw their money back. All this is unlikely. Businessmen understand that they need to fight now. Any defeat of one of the boxers will critically reduce the market value of the fight, and then it will be possible to forget about its holding forever. Even if one of the fighters is injured, the fight will be postponed to a later date, and this will not be a threat of complete cancellation. Do not forget about the fight of Deontay Wilder. Only his future opponent can mix all the cards. What's the point of having a Joshua Wilder fight? Not all fans liked the idea of a belated duel. Many respond with criticism, saying that it is too late. Joshua has degraded, and Wilder has suffered 2 heavy defeats, which means he can no longer show his best performance. You can argue with these facts, but this is not a reason to abandon such an interesting confrontation. In fact, this is a fight for the people. There are no titles at stake. The winner will not receive the recognition that he could have received a few years ago. But without this fight, the legacy of both boxers will be incomplete. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.